Dina jumda dila nipa chirtawa yugozenan ta kongur ki nipadan sung nipadan tiki yondan niparti ta nipana bak su yokiri.
The power, the potency that the Buddha possesses is corresponds to his body, to his speech, and to his mind.
Jumdan dida kutila nipa chirtawa yugonina tap jumdan di yerin zjarva zamgina then is on the tripa comes from Corby dingerly toran. The
type of noble qualities and power that the Buddha possesses physically is that just by simply being in his presence, it has the potency to liberate sentient beings from the suffering of cyclic existence, just to meet him, just to be in his presence.
Tapjumden diga yer omusun thona testa yonda yot zengya ta tarta rangri namana ta testa jumden diga ki yondan daga che gidam joneri zina te am joneri.
So to actually meet with the Buddha, to directly be in his presence, then this is the case. But even now, just to think about his noble qualities, this is also the case.
Yeah, sister, you're not Jondan the Raniki Jarnica. Kursik number Mount after Nindro Gila Joriton Shadow, so Jondan the Kursik there, Luka, Tirka, Tandra, Mendri Kursik number, not after the Simjan number, tons of Hednery.
Long good and too good.
Oh, circle.
Form of stations in so many forms of things.
And also the Buddha has manifested in so many various ways, not just only in a human embodiment, but also in the form of statues and so forth.
Yeah, look at our and Sonda. Tap Jumden digger after Kinyan Changum shorten in Nandra. Take circle as of Basarka, Kanka, or Dorka, Kantavis Ginada. They live here in Sarvadam, Chupan, Burvada. That Molam de Balas of Shinana, Jumden the Musim Bitazona, the Fiang should Molam Tabadan, Cabermaper, them Durde Tamshagan so on.
And it is also clearly stated in the sutras that to have devotion to pay homage to make offerings to make prayers to those stupas which contain the relics of the Buddha and those statues that are molded in his likeness, whether they are made of gold or copper or even stone, also brings about the same results as though one were to meet with the Buddha directly.
Denina Takwena, Tishkatavak, Chiglab Samotana, Jumden digger Kurzikte, Takhendem Ziba in Yanda, Tachapa in Yanda, that thing Jarokans of Tamchalana, that Pampada there, some Yimachabazim Jonjiri.
Kundra.
Tanka.
Oh, listen. For example, even if someone is able to see a tanka, which is a painting which depicts the form of the Buddha, which is extremely pleasing and attractive. Just even to meet with that form of the Buddha is something that alone has the power to bring the benefit of imbuing the mind with peace and happiness.
Lana that padan kiwi kon jarnana tapsonum some gimachabayopa humagubaritan then is on this sim ta yerdan da chivjen da chumdan di kızgılar taji chanzginadan timsonum gırtop kıyana yen rawoya martuba namjina sanji koma tobarin gerwa yana tem durde namı sarık son vadiri
Shade wrong, Anna.
Is it if
the Hakas and Dumbo, shade wrong?
Even the condition to go from Shagan, still in another days, Pop said that you were the original items from after.
Just by meeting it anyway. So, if one actually is able to see a form of the Buddha and have strong faith and devotion towards that form, not just only acknowledging its beauty and feeling attracted to it, but having faith and devotion, then needless to say how much merit is accumulated from that. Even if one sees a form of the Buddha and becomes angry it is still taught in the sutras. It clearly states that just by the merit of coming in contact with the form of the Buddha, after a very long time, eventually one will receive the benefits.
Tani chumdandiga tak songo yondalla samlop tanayana chumdandigi tak ngono ngusu jikbi tatso chumdandigi son tubagam yana tartin nirkabi nandrag chumdandila tabatsek jikk sorab tavana chumdandigi jer ngusun jarna tani zon tete tar nawa nyamna lanjarna admalam tanjera tedak tamje kinjan mira nyitana te yondan chabar chanda kerana sarji koma tobarin gerari.
Therefore, in terms of the noble qualities and power of the Buddha's body alone, then it is taught in many of the sutras that just by meeting with, of course, clearly, if you were to actually be in the presence of the Buddha directly, it goes without saying, but just by meeting any image of the Buddha, or even having single-pointed faith and devotion, or even having a vision or having an experience in the dream state is something that will actually bring out the enlightened noble qualities within oneself.
Ni hakomada. Hatom mechri katchik dadadana. Tani kokkoya gadada ngar ngitsap kokkoya kodnes nada.
I didn't know that I had a mic until just now, and then I heard it, and I realized it's down there.
Tani te maza pachangana tap chumdandig song tarta yitogdan kodwapi chuteyana. Ta musa sorda dana samki makabari ngansongo kirgo luko teni zonte dana tserangwa dan nat nipada nongshub yongala sba ta thobana te mumagubari.
Now, as for actually meeting with the teachings of the Buddha, of course, if we are fortunate to be able to actually read the syllables of the letters of the Buddha's teachings, the Dharma, then this is the best. It's inconceivable. It alone has the power to close the door to rebirth in the lower realms, and also just having contact with the syllables of the teaching of the Dharma can extend our life, give us the blessing of longevity and good health. And this goes without saying.
Chumdandig song la musin yan bir kara medan tani fiadan ra daglas bartavzina chumdandig chuto songbi tilkap tisat tan bi firdar nganda tongra timo khoni jadi thina teona te rambor matban khori dingali tarun girari.
So even when we think about if we don't have the opportunity to meet directly with the teachings, just by having some kind of a contact with the syllables, we have these benefits. Let's look at the benefits that those birds and deer have at the time of a Dharma teaching. Now, of course, they can't really meet directly with the teachings or read the syllables, but if they hear the sound of a conch being blown or a drum that is being beaten at the beginning of a teaching or at any time during the teaching, then by hearing that sound, also it is taught clearly that in a very short time they will be freed from that lower stage of rebirth and will gradually be led to liberation.
Hey, maza pachangana tap chumdandigi tikki yondandena chirtavjenana. Ta simjen riri kanda riri vjendana. Chumdandina sevi tikje chimboda. Chenli tili mayobar simjanga ton zapari. Sevi nyarje chembu goni simjanga ton zapati tili mayobar.
And as for the noble qualities of the mind, the power of the Buddha's mind, then individual sentient beings actually receive on their capacity, according to their sensibility, the Buddha's teachings and his loving kindness and his wisdom knowledge in terms of its expression as miraculous activity. And so we can we can understand that the qualities of the Buddha's mind are expressed by his expression of miraculous activity, which is able to reach all of the living beings according to their levels of sensibility. For example, it is impossible for there not to be a wave that arises or wells forth from the great ocean. And so just like that, it is impossible that the miraculous activity of the Buddha will not be able to reach and accomplish the purpose of all sentient beings.
Then Sanji the Shavan Namlan and Sanji yet to the same Jaga Tonzakiri. Fianchi Semi, the Shavan Namlan, Fianchi Semi, number Tonzakiri. Then Yantu the Ran Sanji, that the Shavan Namlan, Yantu the Ran Sanji, number and the same Jaga Tonzakiri.
So from the field of enlightened awareness, the Buddhas send forth boundless intentional manifestations in order to tame the minds of beings according to their needs and sensibilities. And so if a Buddha needs to manifest as a Buddha, then he will, she will, as a Bodhisattva, as a Shravaka, a hearer, as a Pradika, or a solitary realizer, on whatever level is deemed necessary in order to tame the minds of beings according to their needs.
Tam mama in Bindova, Fialan, Fiarafter, Redagla, Redagzifter, Chirnila, Chirnizifterana, this Simjin Mau, number 3, Simjin Giton Zapari.
Shidrak. Many, two. And even the Buddhas manifest in other realms as spirits and entities, as birds, as wild animals, and as animals that live underwater. In forests, in jungles, in the wild, for the purpose of bringing the Dharma to those places, for the purpose of benefiting the sentient beings, the living beings who dwell there, the Buddhas manifest there as well, and the Dharma is spread on in those places according to the needs and sensibilities of the beings who dwell there. Therefore, it should be clearly understood that for the benefit of each and every sentient being, in order to establish them in peace and happiness throughout the day and night, unceasingly, 3 times in the day, 3 times in the night, which means unceasingly, the Buddha always understands the needs of sentient beings and tries to benefit them and accomplish their purpose in whatever way is deemed necessary. So this is the reason why we should feel attracted to the Buddha, and when we think of the Buddha, we should have great joy and gratitude. And so to imbue that within you, again, I would like to say a few words. That the unsurpassed teacher, Lord Buddha Shakyamuni, absolutely knows the methods which bring benefit to all sentient beings. It is impossible that the Buddha would not know this.
Jumdan digim kin ka chejugda. Jumdan diler sevinya ji chemboj medda yana. Ta darshan nama lam tonji marita. Jumdan diler sevinya ji chemboya yobari.
So, realizing then that the Buddha is totally omniscient in knowing the methods to benefit beings, if he didn't have loving kindness and compassion for them, he wouldn't show them those methods. And so he must have loving kindness and compassion as well.
Then Jumdan dilam kin better seva yoto zinja semjan nam pamdi dribi nimta to medna Jumdan dig semjan tum driptu yumaritan. Jumdan dilana te toba mepi nibaya yokiri.
And even though he possesses omniscience and loving kindness and compassion, if he didn't have power or potency, he wouldn't be able to apply those methods in such a way that they would actually accomplish the purpose of others. And so he also has power, the full potency, to be able to actualize his full potential in terms of methods.
Dinana tirtavim kinsin niksum ge yundan. Dan renta tam travadenim Jumdan di konala yokirema. Jen jiktin kam gana kala yokimari.
It is only the Buddha in all of this world who possesses this type of unsurpassed and unrivaled omniscience, compassion, and power. There is no one else in this world who can equal him.
Dina tap samba nart pobla. Jipur topshochi gida. Kubi nana nyame pada. Go nana lapa me because in the martman. Jipit in a Jumdan dila that the chemical ordinary.
And so, except for people who have no heart in their body or no brain in their head, everyone else would have to have this type of attraction to Lord Buddha Shakyamuni as the unsurpassed teacher.